everybody, and welcome to the United Front for the match review. 3-1 loss away at Brentford. It's a tough one to take. It's a dagger in the heart for a lot of United fans. You see, I'm joined to my left, got Zayn with me, as always, and to my right, Ethan. Like I said, there's only really one place to start, and I want to go to Ethan. How do you feel after that game? Initial thoughts?
Bro, I'm a bit numb to it. Like I said, kind of like my expectations are kind of quite low of United now anyway. So I wasn't really expecting us to do much more than get a draw or something like that, I think, out of that game.
So you saw straight through the positivity after that Chelsea game. And you know what you did? Because I remember when we were leaving Old Trafford after that Chelsea game, I was gassed.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, Ethan, look, man, I told you, blah, blah, blah. And you were like, bruv, watch. We're going to go and lose to Brentford next week.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he was right.
I think for me, there was signs at the Chelsea game anyway. I think obviously we played well, but I remember bringing up in the midweek review that we done, or the game what we done after, and I said, oh, how much of that result was Chelsea being poor, and obviously being kind of slow and tired from the game that they had, as opposed to us being meticulous and brilliant.
And now the narrative of we can only beat a team with 10 men, all of that stuff, it comes back.
Yeah.
Even though we should, like last week, Zayn, you were saying it annoys you, but after seeing that performance from AMORIM, from the team, what do you think?
Bro, honestly, man, I feel so deflated. Like, I don't know what it is, man. After the Chelsea game, I was like, okay, you know what? That was the hard one out of the three. You know, Chelsea, then we got Brentford, and then we got Sunderland. And I was the most worried for the Chelsea game. And then we managed to get the 3 points there. I was like, okay, cool. Finally, all this bullshit of, we can't win 2 games in a row. We can't do this. All of this finally can stop. I was looking forward to it. I felt positive, man, all week, just waiting, until we sat down today to watch the game. Then the nerves started kicking in, because I was like, if these guys just go and do what they always do, all that same BS, man. I was like, I just can't handle another whole week up until Sunderland of just the same shit. Every single fan cam, every single channel, everybody on Twitter is going to be saying the same.
Get ready for another week of it.
And that's it.
But I think as well, though, I mean, there's 2 different issues, isn't it? In terms of the fan base, obviously, with what's going on, we've got 2 sides of it, where there's obviously a lot of negativity, which is justified, I guess, and there's a lot of also toxic positivity. Both of the things go hand in hand. We can't be always positive.
One's a response to another, isn't it?
Right? You see what I'm saying? So one's a response to something being so bad and going so badly that you see any glimmer of hope as like, well, now we're amazing, and you're immersed within that. But the reality is, you kind of have to be sat in the fence in between it all at the moment. And it's kind of, well, when you see a good performance, cool, that's just one game, a good performance. Overall, in the last 40-odd games he's had, we've not had millions or enough good performances. So
it's not even, bro, like, you know what? This is the problem with me, and this is the bone I got to pick. Like, AMORIM, listen, I backed you, bro.
Back there, man.
I backed you from day one. No, them ones, yeah? But, bro, this can't run. And he said it himself. He said it himself when he come. In his early press conferences, he was saying, like, at the end of the day, if I don't win enough games, I'm not going to be here. They'll find somebody else to come and take my job. And he's right. At the moment, bro, this is terrible. We can't be going away and losing to Brentford 3-1. A comfortable loss as well.
So
we got played off the park.
I was literally about to say,
yeah.
Let me stop you there. You said losing to Brentford. We didn't lose. We got battered by
Brentford. We got pumped.
I did not see a single spell in that game, really, where I was like, you know what, we can score here, you know? We got a goal coming here. I didn't feel that. We went 2-1 down. I didn't feel it.
And
do you know what I mean?
The thing is as well, like, the bad performances are completely outweighing the good ones.
Yeah, and like, you know, let's just like try and stick to the game for a little bit. So let's just Bruno Fernandes. Like, there's key moments that can decide results. Yeah, that Bruno Fernandes penalty was a key moment. We might look back on that as a key moment in AMORIM's tenure. When 100%. Honestly, we might look back at that penalty as one of the moments that was the end of AMORIM. That was a nail in his coffin, because genuinely, Bruno Fernandes, what are you playing at? That's 2 penalties now in a row. Now, I'm not one of those guys that sits there and, you know...
He scored one after that.
Did you score one?
He scored one after that.
Okay, cool.
But
even...
very happy, remember?
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's true. Yeah, he did score against Burnley last minute. But what, 2 out of 3 penalties then? It's still not good.
Bro, to be honest, even describing that as he's bare happy, it kind of shows the level of
it's
rut,
because it was peak. That
penalty, the reality is that I think everybody's in a rut here. The rut is obviously more deeper than AMORIM. It's more deeper than the players. There's something else going on. Forget about that. The result today, the game today, is unacceptable, and I think we have to start looking at it as are the games and results acceptable? Forget about the man in charge. The man in charge will change in 4 or 5 years anyway, so there shouldn't be any loyalty towards him. There shouldn't be any loyalty towards the players, and there shouldn't be any loyalty towards the backroom staff or anything. In the day, the team that we support, Manchester United, is a football club, so anything else is kind of irrelevant.
And that's the problem. A team like Manchester United, at the end of the day, we've got to a point now where going away to Brentford, you're calling it. You're calling it the week before, after we've beaten Chelsea, we're going to lose to Brentford. And you know what? I found it very difficult to say to you that we weren't. You know what I mean? It was all hope. That was the only thing I was talking about, was hope. There was nothing I could say to you based on actual evidence that Man United are going to go next week to Brentford and win. And next week we've got Sunderland, right?
No, I think I personally think, for me, out of the two, obviously post-City, I thought Sunderland was actually the harder game. Personally.
You know what? You actually are right. Sunderland have had a good start to the season. Obviously, we're recording this before we know how Sunderland are going to play this weekend, but that's a tough game. Where it's not going to be that's not a gimme. So AMORIM, I'm not going to lie, you said it yourself, bro. It looks like you can't keep losing like this. Like, the results, they're bad. The record is terrible. The losses are awful. I'm never going to sit here and say we need to sack the manager, because I'm just not that type of fan. I'll be honest. But you will get sacked. Eventually, you will be gone. You cannot carry on like this. You will be gone, bro. So do you know what I mean?
I hear you, man. Like, you know me, I've been a big advocate for AMORIM. I've been backing him. You know, I've been in the corner because I'm like, you know, I see that there's bigger issues. You know what I mean? There's bigger issues at Manchester United than I personally think than just the manager. Yeah. But at the same time, man, it's like
he has to be accountable for his own job.
That's the issue. What I'm going to is I can't just back him based off. He has to give me something to back, and I'm not seeing right at the moment. I'm not able to see what there is for me to back.
As I said at the start of the season as well, I think it's mad for me to say this, isn't it? Obviously, because we're not in a position to even challenge. But I don't want to be in September, going into October, where we're basically out of the league immediately, which is fair enough. We're out of it, but we're also out of the Carling Cup, Carabao Cup. We've got the only thing we got is the FA Cup.
That don't start till January. That's the only reason we're not out of it as well.
So it's not, do you know what I mean? And we're at a stage now where the games become less and less important. Like, okay, cool. I might have said that United have got a chance of going down. Realistically, we're not going to go down. We're going to win enough games. We'll probably win 5 or 6 home games against teams, which means it will stay up. But at the same time, it's
crazy we're talking about this. Like, bro.
But it's not enough, is it? It's not enough. Like, we can't just be coming 15th, 16th, and that being okay. So he will lose his job at some point. It's going to happen.
I think
we can talk about this all day. I'll be real, and I feel like this is all we've been talking about. Let's get back to the game, man. Let's go into the individuals. Let's look at the players.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna put up another player ratings video as well. But I just wanted to just to touch on the situation, just to look. We got Sunderland at home, international break. All the noise now, even if we beat Sunderland at home, all the noise now is still going to be on AMORIM's head. He can't win back-to-back games. All of this, blah, 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 blah. No one's buying his, do you know what I mean? No one's buying what he's selling at the moment. And then we got Liverpool away. If we go to Liverpool away, we go to Anfield and get a proper drubbing. Yeah. Does he survive?
No, I don't think. I think he shouldn't have survived from the end of the season anyway.
But do you think Ineos will get rid of him if he go? No, I think he's got to win both of them games now. I think he's got to beat Sunderland and Liverpool.
I think they're going to wait because there's no point spending the 12 mil. I think there's been some 12 mil agreement before November. It's not long now. It's 5 weeks, isn't it? So they'll wait until then to do anything.
To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I don't even think it's just that. I think it's a factor, definitely, but I don't think that's the main reason as they're not going to sack him. I think personally, they're probably gone into the season expecting us to lose to Liverpool at Anfield. Yeah. So I don't think that's enough. I don't think it's enough. I think if we beat Sunderland and we go lose to Liverpool, I don't see him getting sacked. It's like we don't expect to win that game. It's we haven't won at Anfield. Do you know what I mean?
If we're gonna go back to the game, I mean, again, it's a formation issue. So when you've got players like De Ligt and Maguire. Fair enough, Maguire can actually play in the back three, but I've never seen a team where De Ligt's played in the back three like that. And from what I can see, is causing a big issue. Is that
he's been our best player this season, though, man.
No, but the positional sense from where you don't have when you're playing as a back two, you've got a lot more space to be able to move and moderate, right? Like he's in kind of that position there on the right hand side, and he's playing basically his back to goal, like there's lots of things that are going wrong because of the fact that he's playing on that right hand side. Whereas if he's playing with a standard back two, he's got enough space to be able to read the game. And I think these are like the fundamentals, like which you should be playing a formation which suits your players better.
But then again, speaking of the right hand side, I just want to touch on again on the players. Diogo Dalot, bro. That right hand side, that was such a stinker from Dalot, bro. Yeah. And at the end of the day, yeah, this is not something I've seen on the AMORIM only. This is something I've seen under numerous managers where Diogo Dalot just puts the ball in a stupid area. The ball's overhit. It goes out for a throw-in. I've seen it time and time again, season after season.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, and AMORIM, like, look, whoever it is, yeah, whether you're AMORIM, whoever, let's just take it out of football for a second.
That's a player.
Let's say I'm coming as an IT specialist somewhere. I'm not expected to come and build the computer and get the processor. I'm just coming in to make sure the computers that are already there are running properly. Give them, do you know what I mean? He's coming in to give players who should already know how to give 5-yard passes, crosses. They should be able to do the basics in football, bro. That's not something that a manager should come and have to teach them. Okay, today, guys, we're going to talk about passing. I'll tie Bayern there just quickly. So as I'm on this rant, sorry, guys. Listen,
thing, man. Get out.
I know the second goal isn't really your fault, whatever, blah, blah. No, so, but you palmed it.
Kind of is.
But I blame you. You know why I blame you is because, bro, you palmed it into your 6-yard box again. How many times? Week after week. Every single week, I have the same complaint. I've said it to I've said it to Zayn.
It happened the other day.
Bro, I said it to Zayn. I've said it to Ethan every game.
It happened against Chelsea.
It happened against Chelsea. They just didn't score. He palms the ball out into his 6-yard box. I've coached under 8s. Yeah, and that's a basic fundamental you teach a keeper. When you get, if it's a shot, if it's a ball, it's coming towards you, put it away from you, away from the post, palm it away. Every single week, I'm seeing this elementary mistake.
But again, though, he apart from obviously that wasn't great because it did lead to them having a second chance on the goal. But if it wasn't his mistake, who else would have made a mistake to
By the way, great. That's a great question. Yeah, who else's mistake was it, bruv? AMORIM. You've got a guy on the bench here, man, are talking about the Iron Dome and all that nonsense, bro.
You can't play him.
Get him on the pitch, man, because every single week is the same mistake, bro. Now it's on your head. Now it's on AMORIM's head.
Yeah, see,
you can't keep.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I'm not gonna lie. I tried to back you and be like, yeah, first game, whatever. He's coming from a new league, whatever. But bro, nah. I've seen this mistake from the keeper time and time again. He's not good enough. There's not enough games that we're gonna play. Like, there's no amount of games that we're gonna play. We're gonna suddenly see that Altay Bayındır is a good keeper. We've seen it. He's not good enough for Man United. Cut the experiment short. It's done. Get Lamans in. He's a new keeper. Let's start a new experiment. Even if it's an experiment.
Even if he makes a mistake, it's fine.
It's an experiment.
Let him actually get his experience.
Start the new experiment.
And then we'll see where he gets. But we know what we're going to get from Bayındır. And we know, we all can collectively agree, it's not good enough.
Exactly.
It's not good enough,
man. Where do we wrap up and where do we go from here?
I think, sorry, one thing before we wrap up. I don't think we've given enough attention to how bad we spoke about a penalty about Bruno. But that performance from Bruno Fernandes was one of the worst performances I've seen of his. I think it was a trash. It was just trash in every possible way. He got given a lifeline to make up for how bad his performance was with the penalty, and he fumbled the penalty as well.
And you know what? It's sad because you know what? I thought last week, especially, I thought we were turning the corner with Bruno. I thought, you know what? That was a good performance. He went out, got the first goal, bit of a leader's performance. I liked the way he played. He was good in that midfield. Like I said, we touched on it on the podcast as well. He was leading in a lot of the midfield stats, compared to a lot of the other midfielders. I thought maybe this is, turning the corner of Bruno. But unfortunately, again, it's another poor performance.
Again, it's playing him out of position. You can't keep him going into it. You can't keep him playing.
I don't even think it's that, man. I don't think it's that. I just said because this guy's head's not in the game.
Thing is, the more he puts in performances like that, the more like it's look, football is a simple game. And at the end of the day, people are going to start saying this guy was one of the best number 10s in Europe and has been since he's come to Man United. And now you've come out and you made him a number 8.
I hear that.
It's simple. People are going to start pointing to that. People look at the simple things.
It's a fair point. It's a fair point, It's a fair point. I do get it. But I just think, like, recently, man, I've also seen him put in some really good performances in that position, whether it be this year or last year. Yeah. He has had good performances.
Also, though, you're looking at it collectively as a team. They either perform well or don't. There's never a situation where everyone performs badly and someone performs good. Like it's all collectively stink each time.
To be fair, like I feel like there's no.
You know what? I don't actually agree with that. How many times in this case, actually, funny enough, is actually Bruno Fernandes. So
I was actually just going to say
Bruno Fernandes has been the one star player.
We're losing games though.
Yeah, but I'm saying over the years, over Ethan.
I'm saying under AMORIM, we've lost more games than we've won. Correct.
Under AMORIM, no one's winning games, doing anything
So
to win
what I'm
games.
saying,
'Cause we're not winning games.
So under our, don't look at 2 years ago when Bruno was better. Under our current manager, whenever we play poorly, everybody plays poorly.
But even last season, even in games in Europe and stuff, when the whole team was playing bad,
Yeah.
Bruno would pull it out of the bag. So even under AMORIM, but I'm just saying, like, right now, it hasn't happened enough. And especially it hasn't happened enough in the league. We've played 6 games now. We've lost 3. We've won 2, drawn 1. Listen, I'm still not being drastic, being like, AMORIM has to go today, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that. I would still give him till January. Again, you've as Ineos now, this is again another people that the blame is going to start to fall on now. I'm not blaming you yet, but if this AMORIM experiment don't work, you've decided to give him money, you decided to give him a pre-season, you made the same mistake you've done last season with Ten Hag if it doesn't work out. So man are going to start pointing the finger at you as well. So that's where I think
I'm kind of at the point where obviously last couple of games before the Chelsea game, I was calling for him out. Doesn't make a difference.
Well, I guess
that's how negative it's got though. Like,
listen,
it just doesn't make a blind pass board.
We just need a run of games. I've been saying this enough. This will never stop. This weekly AMORIM in, AMORIM out thing isn't going to stop until AMORIM puts together 3-4 victories. And that shouldn't be as hard for a club like Man United as it's proven to be. And maybe that's the place we should end it. Guys, thank you for tuning into the United Front. Obviously, we're going to be around this week. I'm sure there's going to be obviously a lot of talk. A lot of people getting involved. And yeah, stay tuned. Keep your eyes out. And yeah, peace and love. Take care.